Yeah, look, I think it's been a pretty positive month. I mean, we've played 4 quality sides in the competition, and I mean, if we did that 2 years ago, we probably, the results the last 2 years have been, big disadvantage in our favour, and I think we've learned a lot over the last 4 weeks. We've got a lot of positivity now and a lot of confidence in the group. We can match it with the top sides, and we just need to bring our game style, which we did against Sydney and Collingwood, and we know that holds up against good sides, which we didn't do the last 2 weeks.
Having got through that, do you need to guard against the kind of letdown now?
No, we just got to keep playing the same footy. We just bring the same brand of footy that we have the last 4 weeks to, the games against St Kilda and Brisbane and whoever follows from that. And we know we've got the right game plan in place, as I said, to match it with any side. And we just need to bring that week in, week out, and that's how we'll get the results.
How do you make sure you do that? Because it wasn't quite there for probably 3 of the 4 quarters against the Hawks.
We just have to bring it during the week. We train it all week, talk about it all week, and we have to do it right from the start. The first quarter, we bring that intensity that we did against Collingwood and Sydney, and if we bring it from the start, then it'll flow on for the rest of the game. And but it all starts during the week at training and on the track.
You jagged 2 of those wins that probably people didn't expect. Probably sets you up for a chance to make the finals now. Do you really have to guard against that letdown and make sure you win the ones that everyone expected you to win?
Oh, as I said, we're just concentrating on bringing that style of play that we know matches the top sides, and that's all we're thinking about. We're not thinking about anything down the track. We're not thinking about finals. We're just concentrating on bringing that style of footy that's going to match it with the top sides, and that's all we can focus on now.
Is it getting harder not to look at the ladder and think about what each game means?
Nah, not really. No, we just keep focusing on it. As boring as it sounds, and as frustrated as you guys might seem, but it's just, we just got to keep focusing on the same things. If we look too far ahead, then that's when you start to slide off and start losing games that you shouldn't. And we've just got to keep focusing on the things that have got us to where they are now.
Ken spoke a little bit about a bit of defensive complacency perhaps on the weekend. Did you get a little bit ahead of yourself, I think? Or?
Oh, we went through with the match review then, a lot of defensive stuff, and there was some pretty poor stuff which was shown, and that was really frustrating because it's been there the last 2 or 3 weeks, and Hawthorn are a great side, and if if a little bit off your game like Geelong, like we played against Geelong, they can really hurt you, and that's what we learnt from the game. We've got to be on for 4 quarters, and we've got to be on defensively for 4 quarters, because if you don't bring that, then you're gonna get blown away by good sides.
There seemed to be a lot of turnovers during the game. Have you sort of spoken a bit about that?
Yeah, definitely. And I think it was a bit of a combination between their pressure and our overuse of handball, especially in probably the second half. I think it was 194 handballs we had for the game, and they put us under a lot of pressure, but we handballed to guys who were already under pressure, and that's something we'll focus on during the week. Is if you are under pressure, then you've sort of got to use your foot a bit more, and that's what we spoke about, and we'll continue to work on.
Westy back this week. You have a forward line with him, Butcher and Schultz all that?
Yeah, definitely. I think Westy's shown that he can play all around the ground, and he's really versatile and a really handy player for us, and someone we probably missed a lot on the weekend. It'll be great to have him back in the side, and I think Butcher was up and about on the weekend. It was really good to see him clunking a few marks, and I think his confidence is back, and Schultz, we know he brings a huge contest and leadership to our side, and I think all those 3 in the one side is with Chatty and Robbie and Jakey Need in the forward line's a pretty potent forward line.
So I think there's a real emphasis on kicking more this week.
I think it was just probably brought up because we overuse the handball a lot. We put ourselves under pressure with the handball a lot. It's not so much we're going in the game to kick a lot this week. It's just, knowing what situation you're in, if there's players around, and if a guy's under pressure to handball it or not. That's probably just more the tinkering of the situation you are in the game, and that's what we spoke about.
Dom Cassis, is he close to coming back, you think?
Yeah, I think he trained fully last week and hopefully again this week, and I think he'll be pretty close for selection this week or hopefully next week. And as you see, he's pretty important to our side, so hopefully we can get him back pretty soon.
How important is Westy to you guys? Obviously, as you said, the flexibility. Does he become one of your most valuable players now?
Yeah, definitely. As you've seen this year, he's been in games where he's played well. He's probably got us over the line. He's been huge. So he's if not the one of the most influential players in our top side, he's probably up there in the top 3. So it would be great to get him back this weekend and continue his good form for the year.
Sorry, the message that Ken sent to him in front of you blokes at training last week about not getting suspended. How was that sat with the group?
Yeah, I think it was fantastic. I think we know as a club and as a group that we don't accept that sort of stuff in a game. We need to stand up for each other, and be a unit, but we can't be silly about it. We can't, go beyond the rules. And Hamish probably did a little one during the year and was got away with it. And we just don't need our leaders, especially, and our senior players showing that for the young guys. And we need those. We need our players, our best players in the side each week. So what Ken showed and last week was positive for the group.
How much of it do you think you've improved this year, Travis? In numbers or well up?
As in the team or myself?
No, yourself.
Yeah, look, I think I've probably taken a step forward, which I needed to do, and I think mostly it was I've just been focused about leading the group, and that's all I'm worried about, and the rest of it's sort of come with it. And I think as a leadership group and as a captain, I think we needed to take a step forward, and that's all I'm really focusing on at the moment. I haven't really looked at numbers or anything like that, and I'm more worried about the team and where we're situated, and that's the positive thing I'm taking out of it.
Do you think that would happen? Like, because obviously, it's a new change for the club and things like that. Did you think it would improve your game so much?
Look, I was hoping I could prove. I know I've done a lot of work, and I just need to continue the hard work. And the more you put in, the more you get out, I guess. And that's sort of the way I've been looking at it. And I think I've just probably focused more on the team a lot more on my leadership, and probably haven't worried about the little things in my game as much. And it's probably helped a little bit. I probably worried and stressed too much about little things, as you tend to do as a footballer, and more just worried about the team side of things, and let the rest take care of itself.
Trav, why has Adelaide been in such a graveyard for you in recent years?
I couldn't tell you, otherwise we'd probably get better results. But I think, we probably haven't been able to play our style there. We've probably let teams, play that indoor sort of uncontested footy, and we haven't been able to bring our style of shut-down defensive, style there. So we just need to bring that as I said, from the first quarter. I think Carlton played a lot of uncontested footy against us. It was the same the other week against Essendon, and they just played it on their terms. We need to bring our style of footy and play the game on our terms. And we love going to Melbourne. We love playing in Melbourne, and we're excited for the challenge again this week. We just need to make sure we bring our style of footy, as I spoke about against Sydney and Collingwood. We need to bring that style against St Kilda this week.
If you do it right, can you shut teams down at any day, or is it just the service is too fast to do that?
No, I don't think the ground matters at all. We just haven't been able to whether it's something in our mind or our preparation, we just haven't been able to bring our style of game to Etihad. We didn't bring it on the weekend, and we played at Amy Stadium, I guess. So I think it's just more about our style that we need to bring, and we need to bring it right from the start.
How important is it to try and break? You've lost 8 in a row there, which is your longest losing sequence at any ground in Australia. How important is it to sort of get that hoodoo off your back and prove that you can win there?
Yeah, I don't think we've really spoken about it too much as a group. It's important to win there because we play some pretty good sides in Melbourne, and I know this week's going to be a big challenge for us. And I'll just keep going back to the fact we need to bring our game style. We need to bring our defensive style, and if we can do that, we can win at any ground.
Is it another part of your development though, to tick these boxes off?
Yeah, it is, and I think we've probably taken some big steps forward in our development on ticking those boxes off, and this is another one, I guess. And we don't really focus too much on that. We're just focusing on how we need to play.
Carlton and North Melbourne play on Friday night. A couple of sides pretty hot in your heels.
Yep.
Does that sort of increase your importance a little bit to get a win, keep some space between those guys?
Yeah, look, I think that's probably more the coaches to think about that sort of stuff and how they talk to us about that. But we're just focusing on what we can control. I mean, we can't control the results that happen around us. If we keep winning, then we don't need to worry about the results of any other opposition. So that's all we need to worry about, need to focus on is what we can control. And all we can control this week is how we play against St Kilda.
Just back on John, he's contributed so much in a few games he's played this year. He's just had
Yep.
a frustrating of injuries. How important is it to get him fit and healthy going?
Yeah, I mean, it's super important. I mean, he come in against Sydney and played a huge role. His leadership, he brings so much to the team with that, and just his grunt around the ball. And it's important we do get it right, and he's right for the rest of the year and doesn't get a little niggle. So if it means holding him back for one more week, then that'll probably happen because we need him for the rest of the season because he's been a vital part of this club for a long time now, and we need him for the rest of the year.
Well done, Bucky.
Beautiful. Thanks, guys.
You had DRS, mate, 'cause you got.
Nah, shocking, isn't it?